All right. So we're going to start with a quick review. Because yesterday we were ending, excuse me, Evie, we're ready. Yesterday we ended with an exit ticket, and I would just wanted to tell you how awesome you guys did. There was just a little bit of misunderstanding. Instead of having you guys check over it all, I'm going to go over it with everybody real quick because nobody got a 4. So I thought, well, we should talk about why. So yesterday we ended with, dear math students, today I had to draw a quadrilateral with parallel sides that is not a rectangle, square, or rhombus. This is my drawing. Is my drawing correct? If not, please help me understand why it is wrong. Your friend, Puzzled Penguin. So I wanted to just show you and tell you what I heard and what was really good thinking and how we could extend it a little. So the key word here was he was supposed to draw a quadrilateral. What do we know about a quadrilateral, Robert?
Does it have 4 sides?
It has 4 sides, right? So quadrilateral has 4 sides. It also said that it had to have parallel sides. Who can remind me? Nobody spoke to that except for Ellie. Ellie, what do you know about parallel sides?
They go the same way.
They go in the same direction with an equal space between them, never intersecting, right? Never crossing. So Ellie's the only person who picked up on that on the exit ticket. So congratulations on that. But I did want you to mention the quadrilateral as well. So knowing that a quadrilateral has to have 4 sides and that it has to have parallel sides, that tells me something about this shape that is wrong. Paxton, what do we know about the shape which most of you named in your exit ticket? Congratulations. Paxton, what is this called? Starts with an H. Very good. This is a hexagon. Evie, how many sides does a hexagon have? It has 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has 6 sides. So we know, could that be a quadrilateral?
No.
No. Also, now that we know it has 6 sides, which most of you said that, but none of you besides Ellie, sorry Ellie, talked about the fact that the sides were not parallel, right? Now it does have one set of parallel lines. The top and the bottom are parallel, but the other sides intersect. So you could have also mentioned to Puzzle Penguin, not only does the shape you drew have 6 sides instead of 4, it also does not have what? Parallel sides. So is he wrong? Yes, he's wrong. So it says, so we would say you are wrong. And I don't need you guys to write this because you've already done this. You are wrong. And this is what a lot of you said. You drew a hexagon. I was so pleased with that. A hexagon which has 6 sides, not 4. And you could, if you wanted to get a 4 on this, you could have said a quadrilateral has to have 4 sides. You also could have said, also, the sides are not parallel. And some of you said, there's a lot of my remote learners said a hexagon is what he should have drawn. And I wrote back to you, and you can look on the assignment, I wrote back to you and said, a hexagon, yes, has 4 sides, but are the sides parallel? Not. I'm sorry, trapezoid. Thank you. Thank you. I meant trapezoid. Many of you said you should have drawn a trapezoid. And that's a great idea because it is a quadrilateral, but it has only one pair or one set of parallel lines, not both. So a trapezoid also would not work. A parallelogram, shoot, let me see if I write down here. A parallelogram is what he should have drawn, where it is, the angles are not right angles, but that's a parallelogram. All right, so again, only a couple people were off on it, literally like 2. The rest of you all got 3s, but you could have gotten a 4 if you would have given a little more information about parallel, or if you included the part about the 4 sides if you did mention parallel. So some of you did not do it at all. And then when you don't do it at all, you get a 1. So I have quite a few kiddos because I can't keep telling you, do the exit ticket, do the exit ticket. So in my grade book, if you did not do it yesterday, you have a 1. So we're going to have another exit ticket today. Don't get another 1. Just follow directions. Make sure you do it. Okay, kiddos? All right. Abby had 183 shells in her collection. She found 47 more shells on the beach. She gave 47 away to friends. How many shells does she have now? Abby is our rock star today. Go ahead and solve it. Hold up your board when you think you know the answer. I will underline some important information since you guys don't have the text in front of you. Abby had 183 shells in her collection. She found 47 more. Let me see if this helps. I don't know if it will. All right, let's see your work. Abby, you're on the right track. Keep it up, my dear. I want to see your work. So that's not the answer. That's how many she had in her collection, right? She found 47 more shells on the beach. I'm going to put a line here. Why am I putting a line there? What do you think, Marin? Ah, she reminded me it's a 2-step word problem. I think I'll do the second step in blue. She gave 47 away to friends. How many shells does she have now? Let's see how we did. Okay, so
And give away 47, we still have the same number that it started with.
I see some people are really thinking. Some people aren't even doing the computation. Lucas, what is your answer and why?
She got 47 and then she gave away 47, so it would be 183.
So very clever. If she had 183 and she found 47 more, and then she gave 47 away, they're going to cancel each other out, aren't they? And what is she going to be left with?
The beginning.
That just means that you are visualizing and understanding your word problem. Well done. All right, 7 times 7, Miss Haley Booker. 7 times 7, that's one of our square numbers.
7 times 7 is 49.
How do you know, Haley?
Because I did 5 times 7 equals 35. And
Okay.
then I added 2 more 7s and I got 49.
So Haley's strategy was really good. She did what she already knew. It's really distributed property. Think about it. She broke it apart. 5 times 7, she knew was 35, so she knew that 7 times 7 is 2 more. 7 is 2 more than 5, so she added 2 more 7s. Did anyone do it differently? Marin?
I looked on my little multiplication chart on the desk.
She used her multiplication chart. Lila Maris, what about you?
How I got it is, I know that is 70, but I knew that was too much because I would have to go 3 more sevens down. So I know that 2 sevens equal 14, and 14 plus 7 equals 21. So I subtracted 21 from 70, which I got 49.
All right, so you knew the 3 sevens were 21, and then she got 49. So if you did not hear at home, Lila Maris said she went backwards. 10 times 7 is 70, subtracted 3 sevens because 10 sevens is 3 more than 7 sevens. Wouldn't it be nice to have it memorized? Let's memorize it. 7 times 7 equals 49. All right, 56 divided by 8. Robert, you look eager.
56 divided by 8 equals 7.
How do you know?
How I know that is because I'm also doing but it's not a times problem. I knew that 7 times 7 is 49, and then if that's 7 times 7, 49 plus 7 more, which is equal 56. So then I know that it would be 7 because 7 is the missing number of that triangle.
Triangle, I love it. That triangle of that fact family. So Robert decided to use the inverse operation, but using multiplication, but first starting with what he already knew. So a combination of strategies there. Excellent. All right, rounds 38 to the nearest 10 and round 217 to the nearest 100. Remember, 5 and above, give it a shove. 4 and below, take it down low. And I'm going to underline the digit in the place value that you need to look at for each one. All right, and I'm going to be asking a friend at home to share. So if you are remote and think you can share, raise your hand so I can call on you. All right, Reese, will you unmute and share your thinking?
Because 8 is higher than 5, you give it a shove to 40, and because 7 is higher than 4, well, something below 4, it's 300.
Okay, be careful. I see other people that got 300, and you should not have gotten 300. Here's why, Reese. It's a 1 in the tens place. So when you're rounding to the nearest 100, instead of looking at the digit in the ones place, you look at the digit in the tens place. So I see where you got confused on that. So go ahead and look at that digit in the tens place. It's a 1. So now that you see that, Reese.
100.
Very good, right? Because 4 and below, take it down low. Give me a thumbs up if you got that. All right, well done. That's why we keep doing it, right? We'll keep working on it. The more you do it, the better you'll get at it. All right, we're gonna look quickly and another one. What time is it? Now I know it's just part of the clock, but I'm having trouble finding what the clock. So we're gonna just look at the top here. That's all you need. What time is it? And I like that it's large. Hold it up when you find it. If I tell you that we're getting ready for math during this time, AM or PM, write that as well. I don't work that on your board. If I am getting ready to teach math, AM or PM, add AM, careful, AM or PM as well. So you're close. All right, I see some differing opinions on this one. So Henrik, we're just looking at the clock. What time is it? And getting ready for math, AM or PM. All right, Evie, what are you thinking? What time is it? Where's the hour hand? Think about that shorthand. That's your hour hand, right? What's it pointing to, Evie? The 2, so we're in the 2 o'clock hour. Now here's your minute hand. And she says 2:12. How do you know, Evie?
Because I know if we go 12, 5, 10, and then 2 more times.
So Renee, did you get the same thing? So remember, start at that shorthand, that's your hour. Then when you're ready for the minutes, start up at the 12, count by 5s until you have to count by 1s. All right, stand up if you think when we are getting ready for math, getting our supplies, that it is AM. Stand up if you think it is PM. All right. Max Fox, why do you think it is PM? You are right. You guys may sit down. Why do you think it's PM and not AM?
Because math starts at 2:15, and because if it was AM, then it would be dark. But it's AM and the sun is up.
Excellent. So at 2:12 a.m., you guys better be sleeping. Unless a raccoon in the trash woke you. But it's dark and it is AM. All right, choose the better estimate. 500 grams, 500 grams, or 5 grams. Let me show you our benchmarks. So actually, this is the benchmark. This is a gram. The weight of a quarter, and that looks like a really big quarter. Think of one in your pocket. Would it be a better estimate to be 500 of these or 5 of these? Hold up your answer. So here's your benchmark, remote learners. Which is a better estimate? Gavin, what are you thinking?
5 grams.
Why? He said 5 grams. Some of us disagree, but majority agree. Why would it not be 500 of these? Can you explain?
Because quarters aren't that heavy.
Excellent. Quarters are not that heavy. 500 of these may be a lot heavier than a quarter. All right, you may clear your boards. Please put the lids on your markers and set those aside for now. So today we're going to talk about symmetry. I had to do a little explanation this morning on my graph because we talked a little bit about symmetry. Anybody have schema about symmetry? So Renee, what do you already know about symmetry?
Both sides look exactly the same, and there's nothing different about them.
She said it's when both sides look exactly the same and there's nothing different about them. Josh, what else do you know about symmetry?
Both sides are the same length.
Oh, both sides are the same length. Interesting. All right. So we're going to draw today. We're going to fold and recognize lines of symmetry. If you're like, what are you talking about, Mrs. Aubin? That's because really in 3rd grade, this is not a skill that is expected of you until 4th grade. But Mrs. Harrison and I have noticed that on your map test that you often get questions about symmetry. And we have taught 3rd grade a long time, and we've always taught symmetry to our 3rd graders. And we have found that 3rd graders can understand it. And I think that you might learn about it in art as well. So we're going to take one day to talk about symmetry. And then when you go to 4th grade, guess what? Your teachers are going to be so impressed that when your teacher, he or she says, who has schema about symmetry? And all your hands go up, right? It's going to be pretty cool. So there are things in life that you'll use symmetry for. We talked a little bit about art. Even when we were talking about all our polygons and we talked about architecture and construction, symmetry is part of that. So we thought we should hit it. So today, to be successful, you're gonna have to draw lines on letters and numbers. I bet you didn't realize that numbers and letters have symmetry. They do. We're gonna fold some shapes and we're gonna look through books or look around our room for things that show symmetry. So let's see how we do. I am going to first play a quick song for you, and then I have a book to share. Nope, that is not that. That was symmetry, not symmetry. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can build our schema a little bit.
Hi everyone. Today we're going to learn about symmetry. Symmetry is a concept that is commonly found in math, especially geometry, but it is also often discussed in art and design. An object that has symmetry can be divided into identical pieces. When an object has symmetry, we say that it is symmetrical. When an object does not have symmetry, we say that it is asymmetrical. There are many different types of geometric symmetry, but today we are only going to talk about the simplest form, reflectional symmetry.
So you see in fourth grade, you might get into those higher types, or fifth or sixth. So.
Is like a mirror image. If you were to draw an imaginary line down the center of a symmetrical object and fold it in half along that line, the shapes would match up. This imaginary line is called a line of symmetry. Some symmetrical objects only have one line of symmetry, while others have more. For example, this triangle only has one line of symmetry, straight down the middle, because if you try to divide it any other way, the pieces don't match up. This triangle, on the other hand, has three lines of symmetry. You could fold it here, here, or here, and each time the halves would be the same. A square has four lines of symmetry. You could divide it in half from left to right, top to bottom, or from corner to corner either way. Symmetry is often found in nature. One favorite example of this is a butterfly. When a butterfly folds its wings, it is easy to see that they are the same shape. Now that you know what symmetry means, see if you can find symmetrical objects near you. You may be surprised by how many things are symmetrical.
Monster Math.
All right.
Counting to 10.
All right, if you could do a quick whole body listening for me. We have a book here that talks a little bit more about symmetry that I would like to share with you. And then we'll get going on you looking for things that are symmetrical. So this book is called Seeing Symmetry. It is a book in our library. So if you enjoy it or would like to look at it a little more closely, you could check it out. Even our remote learners can check it out. It's by Lorene Leedy. Looks like Kevin Bell was donated this. Yeah, it's a birthday book. All right, so it says, butterfly wings have it. Triceratops had it. The word mom has it. When you know what to look for, it's easy to start. So thinking about this picture, can you see where the line of symmetry would go? Draw it in the air. Where would it go? I see Astria's got it. Yeah, draw it in the air, where you would draw that line of symmetry. Did anybody go this way? If you went this way, that is not actually the line of symmetry, because if I were to fold it, this would not match this. You should have drawn your line going down vertically, not horizontally, because it has to match exactly. Seeing symmetry, look at this. Look at even the words. Do you see how the author did that? If I fold this, what's gonna happen? It's gonna match exactly because the author did everything backwards here so that they would match up. It's the line of symmetry is where I'm folding the book. Could I fold it the other direction? It would not match up. That would not be a line of symmetry. You might see symmetry in the yard on a plate flying by. So leaves can have lines of symmetry. Again, you're going to see that this one goes vertically, not horizontally, because if I fold it here, this does not match this. They're not the same.
Symmetry.
Symmetry. So look at the line. Draw the line for the cupcake. Which way would you draw it? Now try the dragonfly. Which way would you draw for the dragonfly? Going across. You'll see it in the sky, hiding out in plain sight. So all of these are symmetrical. Show me in the air which way you would draw that line, Haley Calendar. Haley, can you put that away and draw your line of symmetry for me in the air?
In the middle.
Show me which way with your finger. Yes. Nobody should be going horizontally because if you did that, it would not match up. They wouldn't be the same. You can fold a shape exactly in half. It has symmetry. If each half is a mirror image or the other half of the other half, the whole shape is called what?
Symmetry.
Symmetrical. Very good. So that airplane would be symmetrical, Finn. Each half is flipped over like a reflection. The line in the middle is the line of symmetry. Shapes such as these have lines of symmetry. So you could fold this arrow actually horizontally, couldn't you? And it would match up. This one you could not do vertically. The arrow, it wouldn't work. If you could find a sea turtle from nose to tail, the two sides would match, flipper to flipper. It's impossible to fold a real sea turtle, but one side of its body is the mirror image of the other side. Nature is rarely exact. One flipper may be slightly larger than the other, for example, just like you and I. Do we have a line of symmetry? Go ahead and draw it on yourself. Excellent. You should have started at your top of your head and gone down your nose. Now we're not exact, but we're pretty close, right? My one foot is bigger than the other, things like that. Animals as different as scallops. Yeah. Animals as different as scallops, beetles, sawfish, toads, lizards, penguins, and whales have bodies with symmetries. So on the side, you can see where the line of symmetry actually is drawn. Oh, here it is. Check your face in the mirror and you'll see a line of symmetry right down the middle of your nose. And then what about your hands? One hand by itself, guess what? One hand does not have symmetry, but your two hands are mirror images of each other. Put them next to each other, like so. Put your pinkies next to each other. There you go. Your body has symmetry too. We talked about that. And so does much of the clothing that fits on your body. Look at the shoes. Our shoes are symmetrical, right? Hats, gloves. Now here's something we're going to look at today. Many letters can have lines of symmetry. The line of symmetry may be vertical, going up and down, or horizontal, like in the letter B. Or like in the letter O, it can go horizontally and vertically. Some of our words are symmetrical, like the word hid. or aha. Look at the line going vertically for aha. If you cut it down that way and folded it, girls, can you give me whole body? Thanks. Mom, if I cut it down here and folded it, it would match. Toot. Now chick would have to go which way? Show me on your hands. Horizontally or vertically for chick to be? Leo's got it. Definitely horizontally. Good job, Katie. All right, what about cod? Is that going to go vertical or horizontal? Okay, if I go vertically, will that C match the D? Nope, it won't match. It's got to go horizontally. What about box? Show me. Lucas, which way for box? Show me. Honestly, look, what would happen if I cut this vertical? That B is going to match with the X? No, you got to go horizontal. All right. Even King Tut has a line of symmetry. Okay, so we're going to stop there because that is our part with reflection symmetry. There is symmetry. There's rotational and all kinds of different symmetry. But for our purposes today, we're just going to look at that type of symmetry, reflection symmetry. Okay, so let's keep going. Oh, here's my symmetry song. I knew I had one. Very happy. So, Finn.
The digital library of math videos is now available ad-free and child-safe at numberup.com. In support of distance learning, we're offering a 30-day free trial for all new members. Let's run math at numberup.com. Wheeling lines around a Ferris wheel, a circular shape made out of steel. Before we ride, we try to decide where a circle's lines of symmetry hide.
Lines through the center have symmetry, so each circle has infinity. Each line, upon further inspection, creates a perfect mirror reflection. Everywhere we look, we see line of symmetry, line of symmetry.
At the pirate ship, we wait our turn. This ride can make our stomachs churn. A line from the axle to the ground is one line of symmetry to be found.
Identical partners facing each other have symmetry with one another. Lines of symmetry evenly divide. Let's find symmetry on every ride. Everywhere we look, we see line of symmetry, line of symmetry.
We see the roller coasters loop-de-loop has a line of symmetry between the loop. A mirror reflection on each side is where the lines of symmetry hide.
Then we see a mirror and realize symmetry disguised right between our eyes. A line divides each side of our face. We see symmetry all over the place. Everywhere we look, we see line of symmetry, line of symmetry everywhere. Line of symmetry, line of symmetry.
It's time for lunch and we've got a hunch that symmetry's in the food we'll munch. We look at a cracker, it's a square. We see four lines of symmetry there.
To the four corners, they were gone, leaving us with a cracker octagon. We looked a bit closer, then to see the regular octagon's 8 lines of symmetry.
Wow.
Everywhere we look, we see line of symmetry everywhere. Line of symmetry everywhere.
All right. So I like how they showed us all of the shapes because that's what we've been working with. Can you think of some of the polygons we've studied that would have lines of symmetry? What are some of the shapes we've been studying in math so far? Ellie? Squares. What else? Haley Booker.
Rectangle.
Rectangle would have a line of symmetry, or more than one, right? A rhombus. Robert. Trapezoid. Anybody at home have some ideas? Other shapes, polygons? Ben? Ben, do you want to unmute and share a shape that we studied that would have a line of symmetry? Okay, I didn't quite hear that. If you want to try again, you can. Or type it in chat. Katie, how about you? Bird, can you sit up here? Katie, do you want to, oh, your jacket. Do you guys see what Katie's showing us? Okay, so that's not actually one of our polygons, but it's a good example of symmetry. We're going to do that next. All right, go ahead, Lila Maris. Parallelogram. I don't know about a parallelogram. If we cut it diagonally and flip the shapes, we'd probably be able to make a line of symmetry. What do you think? Octagon, yes. All right, so we're going to go on a symmetry hunt, but we're going to kind of just stay where we are. Don't leave me far. You are going to look around your house if you're at home. If you're here, you're going to be looking in our classroom. And in your math spiral, you are going to either draw, you can draw let's do drawings. I want you to draw examples of symmetry that you find. Okay, so for example, I might say, I see the microwave in our classroom. So I'm going to draw a picture of the microwave, and then I'm going to draw the lines of symmetry for the microwave. Okay? You can write the word microwave if you're looking at the microwave, or you can just draw a picture if you know you'll remember what it is. I'm going to give you about 5 minutes and we're going to share. So go ahead and look around the room. You're going to do this in your math spiral. Right? Can you get your math spiral and put that aside for now? Please get out your math spiral. No, put that aside. Math spiral. Look around the room. Look around. What do you see in the classroom that you can draw? Or in your home, wherever you are. Like Katie showed us her jacket, right? There's so many things right here in our classroom. You can even look out your window.
Hey, the window is one.
There you go. So draw. All right, I'm going to put a little timer on 5 minutes.
Our masks are one.
Get a 5-minute timer. Won't let me do it. Okay. That's okay. I know where I'm at. Go ahead. It doesn't have to be perfect. You did that. Yeah, this is not an arts test. It's just we're just looking Yeah, look at my microwave. I didn't even put much detail. Right? And we're not looking for a lot of detail. Okay, don't start sharing yet, girls. I'm gonna give everybody time to share. Keep drawing. There's so much you can get. If you want to turn the page, turn the page. You're supposed to do as many as you can, not just one. You had 5 minutes, right? You should have more than one. I just gave one example. I would think in 5 minutes you could get at least 5. We're not worried about detail. Make sure you know what your picture's of so you can share it with your partner. Wow, Lena's rocking it. Gabe's got it. 1 minute left. You can get one more. All right. Nice. So guys, not sharing yet, not sharing yet. Keep writing, keep writing. Shh, girls, I want you to write. Abby, you had nothing. I want to see something. Please, please, please.
Some of these kiddos have good eagle eyes.
Okay, we are gonna go ahead and share with the person next to you. Join your breakout room and share what you found. Katie, can you join your breakout room? Thank you. Do you want to do this and I'll do this?
I'll go first. So, I found my water bottle. I drew it, but I have it right here. So I found my water bottle and a clipboard and my math spiral and my teacher's smartboard and my desk and the class agreements chart it looks like that. It kind of looks like a sun. And my whiteboard and my mask and the tissues and the American flag. I could break it 4 times.
Cool.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there you go.
Hi, Mrs. Aubin. So we're done and we don't know what to do.
All those big squares? No, not really. Okay. Hi. Hi, Mrs. Aubin. You're muted. Again.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. I saw something really cute that I have to share with you all. So let's give whole body listening real quick. I know all of you had great ideas. I saw some really good ones. But I thought Surene's Mrs. Harrison might get a kick out of this.
Oh, yes.
So Surene,
I saw this one.
this is some of the things she saw. Surene, do you want to share?
Here's the smart board,
Smart board. I bet give a thumbs up if you got a smart board in yours.
the paper towel dispenser,
Paper towel dispenser.
Miss Oven's chair,
My chair.
Miss Harrison,
I love that was why I had her share because I thought her picture of Mrs. Harrison was adorable.
my whiteboard,
And the mask.
my
what-
whiteboard,
The whiteboard, her whiteboard, yep.
a heart, a square, and a circle.
Heart, squares, and circles all around us. All right, good job, everybody. I'm really impressed. I know not everybody got a chance to share, but that's okay. So I mentioned that we would look, when you guys are reading picture books, and I just wanted to throw this out there too. When you are in EL, not to get distracted from what Mrs. Harrison is teaching you, but the frog book, I was gonna have you guys look through books, but because of time, I won't be able to. But when you're looking at this frog book in EL, you might be thinking symmetry. Why would I say that, Elena? Why would I say you might be thinking symmetry? When you look through this frog book with Mrs.
Because you see a lot of stuff that have two sides, and if you cut it down the middle, it folds horizontally, and it can look like the same shape.
She said it really well. I can't repeat it exactly, but if you were to, you'll see a lot of things that if you were to cut them down the middle, horizontally or vertically, that you would have the same size and shape on each side. They would match just like this frog, right? And you'll start looking at letters during writing and be thinking, wow, that's a symmetrical letter. Or during math, when we're writing our numbers, you're going to say, oh, Mrs. Aubin, I know I'm supposed to be multiplying these, but did you know this was symmetrical? So as you are reading picture books at home for your reading, you might find Lots of different illustrations that show symmetry. All right, so you can do that on your own. And now we are going to do a little bit of drawing or cutting of these shapes. Now, if you're in person, I have them for you. If you are remote, here's what I'd like you to do. I asked you to get some paper, and your math spiral is fine. Or you can get a blank sheet of construction paper, whatever you have and would like to do that's easiest. You're going to either, if you don't want to cut out these shapes, you'll have to draw these shapes, okay? So you're going to, if you're in person, you're going to get a heart, a circle, and a square. If you are remote, you can cut those out of, my kids already have them, so just yours. Yes. You are going to draw the lines of symmetry if you are drawing them. Now, if you are remote and you want to cut these shapes out, you can fold them along their lines of symmetry. If you have time, Evie and Abby, look and listen. If you have time, mathematicians, can you sit down and listen real quick? Please listen. Once you take each shape, you're going to do all three shapes at your leisure. You're going to fold them along all the lines of symmetry you think that there are. Then if you are waiting and say, Mrs. Aubin, I'm done, in your math spiral, think of some of those other polygons we talked about today that you said we've already studied: octagons, hexagons, trapezoids. Draw some of those and see if you can find the line of symmetry for each one. Any questions? Are you all right? Okay, you may get started. Definitely want a heart, a circle, and a square. And if you want to just draw them, you can draw them, Haley. But if you want to cut them out and fold them, you can do that too. Here, give me one. I'm doing badly, sorry. For some reason, they're all sticking to each other. Oh, wow.
It's not for you. You're supposed to hold the heart. Oh, I see. Oh.
Best you can, Mr. Finn. Oh, I was gonna take him to my friend's next door.
Oh, yes. And can I?
I'm gonna do mine. Oh, yes. You don't want this one then, probably. It's already done. The heart or the.
It'll help me.
Look how many boxes I have.
Get your steps too.
You can do this circle so much you can make it work. It made a orange taco. I love orange tacos. I can tell that. You wear that burrito shirt, taco shirt every day. I know I did too. It's a quesadilla. It's a quesadilla. You ever seen Napoleon Dynamite? It is the funniest thing. I'm the Stay. Pizza. This one is just like a girl. Dude, this is a quesadilla. I know it's not a quesadilla. A quesadilla is a quesadilla. No, it's not a quesadilla.
Okay, keep working, keep working.
It's a pizza. I'm gonna try to pull it. Look, mine's wrapped up.
All right. All right, guys, let's see how we did. We're going to start with the heart. Show me on your fingers how many lines of symmetry a heart has. Haley Calendar, can you unmute and share?
1.
1. Where would it go? Horizontally or vertically?
Horizontally.
All right, well, horizontal would go this way. Like the horizon.
Okay.
That match this?
You did really good.
We'd rather
No, it's up and down.
up and down vertically, right? Now, I saw some people said there was more than one line of symmetry, but that is the only one, right? You can't go diagonally, they won't match. So 1 for the heart. Okay, let's look at the square next. How many lines of symmetry did you get for that? I see, show me on your fingers. For the square. All right, if you said more than 10, no, you only need enough fingers on one hand to show me. Only one hand. All right, watch. I think I might have stumped you on this, even though it was in the book and in the video, or one of them. Okay, watch. Ready? Ready to rock? All right, I'm going to fold it along its line of symmetry that is vertical. There's 1. Now watch. I can also fold it horizontally and it'll match. Then if I fold it diagonally, it'll match. And if I fold it the other diagonal, it'll match. That gives me a total of how many lines? 4 lines of symmetry for a square. Those aren't, let me show you why that doesn't work. You just made a bunch of squares, right? But symmetry has to match. So here's an example, guys, a non-example. If I fold this on this line here, does this match this? Do you see what I mean? See how little this is? This side is too little. It doesn't match. It has to match. It has to be the same size and shape. Like, does that make sense? So do you see why that doesn't work? Okay. All right, so there's only 4 lines. Now, I'm gonna ask Cooper to come up for the next one. So Cooper even said the right word for the circle. All right, tell us about yours. What did you do and why? He said it took him like an hour.
I folded it 19 times.
And you kept getting matches, right? And then you said I said, are you done with the others? You said, no, this has like, what? What did you say? What was your word? Infinity. This can keep going and going and going and going and going and going because of the curve, right? Around I can't even say, around the outside, it's all curved. So you can just keep folding and folding and finding more and more lines of symmetry. So nicely done. All right. Okay, the next thing I have real quick, we're going to do a little bit of alphabet symmetry. So Mrs. Harrison has these out. I know my kids already have them. Having you keep an eye on the time, my friend. Thank you. Google Classroom. This is on your assignment, but I will show it to you. Today is Wednesday, so you will see. No, I don't want that. Hold on. No, that's not what I wanted. Okay, it's not on here. It must be on my next one. All right, I'm gonna just show this to you guys. You're gonna write them in your math spiral. Here we go. So if you are at home, you're gonna write these letters and then see if you can draw the line of symmetry on each one. See if you can draw the line of symmetry on each one.
Right in front of you there, my friend.
I don't think we should do this.
No.
I mean, I want
We
to,
have time.
but I can't. No, yeah, it's okay. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Draw your line of symmetry. I'm gonna do it real fast. Just gonna tell me what.
I'll get a new one.
Yeah. Line on the top. Okay.
Give me a moment. Brand new one. One more.
Oh, sorry.
Yours sounds okay.
All right, guys, we're gonna kind of do this together for time's sake. Looking at the letter A, you should have gone down vertically. For the letter B, you should have gone horizontally. For the letter C, this one has to go horizontal. If you go vertical, it will not match. Same with the letter D. Same with the letter E. But what do you think about I? What do you think, Lucas? So Lucas said you could go vertical. He's right. Does anyone think we could do something else? Max, Fox? Horizontally also. It had two, didn't it? Okay, what about the letter K? Go ahead, Haley Booker. Which way? Just show me. Thank you. Horizontally. We're going to have to work on that vocabulary. Everybody show me with M. Good job, Serne. Vertical. Looking good, Reese. And T. You should have also gone vertical. Now, if you did not have time to draw the other half, this letter should have been, Abby, what letter would this be if I drew the other half of this shape? What letter? U. Okay, what about this one, Lennox? A W. I think they should call that a double V. Well, but it's W. All right, what about this one, Robert? Excellent. Paxton, what about this one? Y. And now we've got a number. This one's tricky. Max Stiesberg. 3. And last but not least, microphone answer. 8. All right. So now you can see how symmetry is in our words, right? In our letters and in our numbers. You will have an exit ticket. I would love to see before you show me in writing how you're doing with symmetry. Show me a thermometer. Brand new concept, 4th grade skill, and you guys rocked it. It's okay to be sideways. I get it. Like I said, it's a 4th grade skill. Your exit ticket is to explain what symmetry is and give an example. It is on your assignment, my remote learners and remote learners. So everybody put your name on your exit ticket, put your name on your worksheet. You hold, not right now, sit down. You are going to have your name on both sheets and you are going to turn both of them in when you leave today. That is your ticket to freedom. Explain what symmetry is and give an example. Now, if you are remote, please, please, please do this. I don't want you to not have any scores or ones, right? So please find it on our assignment.
And guys, if it's spelled up here, how should it be spelled on your paper? The same way. So look how symmetry is spelled.
And then I have to show my remote learners something. You have your exit ticket here. It's under math today. You'll just turn it in, don't share it. It says, explain what symmetry is and give an example. You also, my math students that are remote, this is super important. My kiddos did this morning. You have a math quiz. It's just 8 problems for addition and subtraction. I need to see how you're doing. Please solve these problems in your math spiral and then write the answers below. Not right now. Please turn it in when finished so you can type the answers down here. You don't have to type them up at the top. So that is one other thing I need from every remote kiddo. And I will have to keep you on a Zoom to get it done if you don't do it on your own, okay? Because I gotta have that before report cards for sure. All right, so that's it for my remote learners. If you are in person, remember to put your name.
Yes,
Put your name at the top of your papers, and when you're done telling me what symmetry is and giving an example, you can turn it in and go with Mrs. Harrison.
both pieces of paper.
Both pieces, please. You can keep your shapes. Bye, Reese. Don't forget to do the exit ticket, honey. And even if you have to do it tonight or tomorrow morning.
I'm gonna do it tonight because the rest of my class is packing up.
Okay.
Hey, can I do it tonight because my class is packing up and I have to leave when the bell
In the morning, maybe? Maybe ask your teacher, Mrs. Trujillo, if you could do it in the morning. Does that work? Or I could talk to her. Oh, Katie and Reese, you guys already did the quiz. I already gave your teacher the paper. Katie and Reese, you don't have to do the quiz. You can do your exit ticket. I already got Reese's. I think Katie is missing, how? Okay, so don't worry about doing that quiz. You can recycle them if you don't want your shapes, you can recycle them. You can recycle them, yes. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'll see you guys manana.